guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be my 10 favorite kitchen appliances. I'm going to try and make this video short because the camera's about to die. I've got the cat and she'll get bored and I just want to get this over with. So, before we get started, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button down below. And other than that, let's just get started. I've got my list of my 10 favorites, that way I don't forget. So, the first thing is a blender. I use my blender for almost everything. Green smoothies, protein shakes, milkshakes. I can actually use mine for crushed ice as well. And sauces for food. I don't use it for that often. And then I also have an immersion blender, which I absolutely love, because that way if I ever make something and I have to blend it up, I can just blend it up in the pan instead of having to put it in the blender, possibly have the blender explode because of how hot the liquid was or because it was overfilled, and have that messed up. Okay, the next thing is a cheese grater. The one I have is from IKEA. It has 4 different sides on it, so you can choose how you want to grade the food, or grade whatever you're grading. I usually stick to cheese. Occasionally I'll use it for chocolate, but most common I use it for cheese because that's just how I absolutely love cheese. Okay, my third thing is a salad spinner. Of course, these things are everywhere now, but I absolutely love it because, actually, I got mine from IKEA as well. A lot of this stuff will be from IKEA. So the salad spinner, it's got the bowl, the strainer, and then the lid. And you should know how it works. It's pretty self-explanatory. But I absolutely love mine. It's small, and I can put stuff in it, and I can actually just leave it in there, and then I can dump it out and then rinse it again. Makes everything so much easier. That way I don't have to use more than one bowl to actually do everything. Okay, my fourth thing is my crock pot. I swear by my crock pot. Anything that I can do fast is a lifesaver for me. And my crock pot, while it's not technically fast, it is, because all I have to do is throw everything into it, turn it on, and I can leave it and come back to it later. Okay, the fifth thing is a good set of kitchen knives. My brother will tell you almost every knife in this house is dull because my mom cuts herself so much. I don't know why, there's something about using a kitchen knife. If my mom doesn't cut herself, there's something wrong. Especially if it's really sharp. So, the best knives I have are from IKEA. It's a set of 3. It came with like a paring knife, a chopping knife, I think, and a serrated knife. Absolutely love them. And honestly, the way I see it, you only need like 3 real knives unless you're a chef or you're cooking all the time, because those 3 knives will get me through everything. And actually the paring knife and chopping knife are used the most, because yeah, I use the serrated knife, but not that often. So I think as long as you have 3 good knives that can pretty much be used all the time, then you're set. And I'm sorry about that, the cat is meowing. The next thing is cookie sheets. I recommend that you have at least 3. And you can do these in whatever sizes you want. I have a big one, and which is an 11 by 15, I think, and then I have two smaller 9 by 11, and I absolutely love them. You can go smaller than that. I think that's the smallest I'm going to go, because those three, pretty much, I can do whatever I need to with them. Okay, the next thing is a cupcake pan. I have four. I have two pans with only 6 in them, and 2 with 12, because most recipes make between 12 and 18, so, and actually most recipes make between 12 and 24, but depending on how many you make, and if you half it, or, because I half recipes all the time, and recipes that only make 24, and I still get 18. Cutting boards. I absolutely love silicone cutting boards, because that way they're pliable and they're not that hard to wash off. And I do have a couple of bamboo ones. I don't use those as often. I prefer like the solid plastic ones and the silicone ones to the wood ones. It's just a pain in the ass to wash the wood ones, if you ask me. But the silicone ones are pretty dang easy to keep clean. And I use them for everything. If you watch my cooking videos, you will have seen them a few times, I'm figuring. And I have a green one and a red one. I don't really use them for specifically meat or fruit or vegetables or anything like you're supposed to. I just make sure I don't use the same one, the one I use for meat, for something else. The next thing is a colander. I think you really need a really good colander. I have a small metal one, and then I have 2 plastic ones that are bigger. The small metal one is good enough for me, especially with as much as I cook, because it'll hold a whole box of macaroni, and that's usually all I use it for. And the final thing is a glass baking dish. I think you need one of these, especially if you cook a lot, because I use my glass baking dish for everything from brownies to chicken, even to making desserts that have to be layered. That way you can see the layers, but there's enough to feed everybody. I use a glass baking dish for everything, so I highly recommend getting a good one. That is it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see another one, let me know. And if you want to see one about just my favorite baking appliances, let me know as well, and I will totally do that. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.